What's going on, guys? So today on this SHOKY Transformers review, we're going to be taking something new from Moon Studios, and it is technically the final piece of the Radiatron Combiner. That is their version of Raiden. And it is the MS-06 Zaku 2. Cool Peak. Shout out to whoever it was in the Discord who gave me that joke. All right, either way. So this is actually the final Limbot, but of course, these guys seemingly keep coming out of order. So he's actually number 6. Number 5 actually came out after him. And currently, I don't know when I'm going to be able to get a hold of that because he sold out very, very quickly. So I might end up with an incomplete set / combiner. Hopefully they do a re-release. Moon Studios. Please do a re-release. All right, either way. So, really nice image of him there in bot mode. Eyes are glowing. Looks really cool. I love the swooshiness here. Really nice box art, not gonna lie. Considering they're not doing a whole lot of crazy stuff, you know, it's just a neutral background. You got the train mode there, even with the headlights lit up. I actually really do appreciate that. It says Cool Peak. I will put the name of this robot here on the screen. Me, future me, put it there on the screen. I'm sure there's some kind of interesting pun related to the fact he's Cool Peak. Also, he is the right arm of Radiatron. So, you turn it this way, and you get the 1-to-1 scale representation on the side of the box. It's actually really cool that they do that. So, it's this big, and actually pretty much how it sits in the box, too. Nice. Turn. Alright, so you got rear shot, front shot, arm shot, train shot. Train with wings shot. Either way. Caution for sharp edges when handling. Some posts may require additional support. No replacement parts will be provided for damage and caused by misuse. Oh, damn. Shown are prototypes only. Final product and color may vary. That's true. That has happened. Go through the manual before using the product. Retain this package for future reference. Thanks. I appreciate that. Made in China, 2022. All right. Collectible items for ages 16 and up. Hey, right in the middle of that. Not suitable for, children under 3, well, don't have any of those. And a choking hazard, small parts contained. That is also very true. There are very small parts contained. I will say, his backpack came out cleaner than the one I did previously, so maybe I'm missing a step. So either way. Alright, so you got on the top here, really nice emblem there. Radiatron, looks like the sign. Look at this. I got mine at Big Bad Toy Store. Good luck getting him anywhere at this particular moment. Oh, look. 1-to-1 train mode there. That's pretty cool. Nice. I didn't even notice that. Cool. Box is done. So, of course, in the box, you do have the instrucciones, which I'm a little bright at the moment. There we go. And fairly good instructions. I didn't really use them for much. There's a couple small things. I think there's like 1 or 2 little panels that I couldn't figure out what to do. And I think it was somewhere in here where I got confused. But for the most part, I did just mess around with it and figure it out. That's what I usually do. And then, of course, you come around the back. It does continue. Finishes up the train mode somewhere in here. Pretty much. I think it finishes train mode like right there. So the fact that, or I guess here, this is all train mode, sorry. 58 steps, at least into getting that plugged in there. You don't have to do all that. And then however many steps to get to combine mode. So that's cool. Oh, there is weapon storage. I was wondering about that. Now I know. I didn't realize it. So I got 1 and a 2 and a 3. I knew these things. This I didn't know. Interesting. Okay, so this is all how to get into combine mode. There is one little thing that I wasn't aware of, and I didn't figure it out until I went through it this time. I still have to figure out what the point of it is, because that's the one thing I haven't determined yet. It's right here. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I know exactly what that was for. So we won't be doing combine mode today. You know, I'm waiting till I get all of them to do combine mode, because frankly, I don't know how much more at least the other bot, the main chunk of the bot that I have, will survive. So here he is in train mode, off screen. And I did do a Taro video to show you how to get them into train mode. Go watch that if you haven't. Also, the color on screen is probably not exact to how it looks. This is one of those weird creamy colors. It's kind of hard. Trying to find the exact white balance is a little weird, not gonna lie. But anyway, it's pretty cool. A little hefty for what he is. You know, not the biggest bot, not the most ridiculous one. Looks good. Nice silver paint all over here, and then the same kind of metallic-y treatment to everything else. Tons of translucent. Got all kinds of windows here. Silver paint here. Little light bulb on the top there. Red paint all down the side here. Looks good. Red paint right up here as well. Black metallic-y stuff serviced down here. Very much like how they did some of the metallic stuff from Zeta. And I do believe it was confirmed that the Moon Studios is in fact Zeta, or was, just depending. Nice little triangle thingy here, gray paint there, translucent headlights there. Would have been cool if they just painted those. And then a couple machine guns, I guess. I don't know what those are. You do have the connection ports on the front and the rear. Speaking of the rear, let's go look at it. We have more translucent windows here. Nice, you know, pin line paint. It doesn't squeeze together perfectly, and there's a lot of plastic going on there. You do have windshield wipers, which is cool considering this is the back of the cab, so to speak. A couple little hangy connector ports here. Yeah, I guess that's for chaining to the next one behind it. And then lights there. You know, just casually dropping stuff. Why not? And it does have the wheels underneath that do rotate. This one does not want to peg in very well. This one is supremely pegged in, so it's not a problem. You do have visible combiner hand syndrome. That's just, you know, you can deal with that if you want to. Yeah, I'll show you how to deal with that. I do have some connectivity issues right here. This little section doesn't want to squeeze together very well. I feel like that. That's plugged in. It just sucks. All right, either way. So let's bust out our Lego tracks, and we'll do our damnedest to get them to sit on the tracks, because, you know, it's sure to get the wheels lined up just right. The front wheels are lined up, I think. Let's see if I can get the back wheels. Does not feel like he is lined up at all. What the heck? Okay. Oh. Wow. This is the first one I've had so far that the wheels don't want to go proper. Okay, oop, got the back wheels. Nope, something's not right. It's like the wheels are tucking in more than they should be. So there are the tabs that are meant to hold it out further. So for whatever reason, actually I know what's going on with the back wheels here. These are just being wonky. It's like just find the best. There we go. It's just sitting there. But if I move it, it'll probably fall. Yeah, the wheels aren't exactly doing anything. Whenever I finally get all 6 of them together, I will probably do the full ridiculous train mode, you know, just for one last go. I'm really trying to minimize the last couple transformations, because like the first couple, they're the least happy going all the way back to train mode. And then the one that I have not reviewed yet, that I do have, the one I'm saving, I don't want to transform it too much more than I have to. It's got so many issues, and I could not replace it. All right, but you do get the connectivity thing here, the magnetic connector thing that will clip on front or rear. Given the breakage I've had on previous ones, I'm not going to do it just yet. Also, this plastic seems super rough there, so I might actually do some cleanup on these before I go ahead and try to use them to connect to trains. But they all come with these. You know, these are particularly strong, by the way. You can hear the magnet. Like, these are really going to hold it together. So that's pretty cool, not gonna lie. All right, the other thing he does come with is this honking thing. I know it looks funny, but in this mode, it really does just look like a really crazy, like, turret. You know, even got some see-through parts there. It does look like something's missing that should go there. In fact, you can see the exposed screw from underneath. You do have a port right there. So, I mean, if you're feeling silly, you can give him one big wing thing like that if you want to. You could also take his gun and try to stick it in there. Doesn't really work too well. I mean, you can sort of fit it that way. I'm being careful because those panels will totally pop if I'm not careful. So you can sort of put the gun on the side here, utilizing this. You know, so the leg bots could also do essentially something like that. And there was a spot to store it underneath, but I don't remember what it showed. Because it'd have to be enough to tuck it up inside here. Is it just this? Could be. Hold on. It's not really hidden, but that works. I mean, it's just hanging out the bottom. But yeah, that works. Let me double check. I think that's right, but let me look. You know, instructions aren't good for that. Yep, that's actually exactly what you're supposed to do. So, hey, I got that right. All right, let me move the track out of the way. So the other thing this is good for is its wings. It has wings. Wings from the water. All right, so unfold it like that. You got some nice stuff there. Red paint there, red paint there. Basically, it was black painted plastic. Now it's got silver on top, I think, or it's not. Either way, you do have a peg. And I believe you are meant to utilize these two tabs, that peg, and sort of plug it in. Oh yeah. That's cool. Jet wings on a frickin' train. Although it does kind of look like a, I don't know, like a ferry or a, I don't know, looks like something strange. I don't know if it's supposed to utilize that. It can, 100% can do that. It's in the instructions, but I don't know, like, canonically if it's supposed to be like that. I do know our leader train does have, like, a cool, like, jet thingy on top, so we'll see that eventually. Either way, so here's this mode. I'm going to stop for a second and get a couple pictures of that just because it looks cool. Okay, so I don't have any of the other bots in train mode, and I'm not going to do that right now. Like I said, saving that, you know, kind of a final transformation situation. So when I get ready to do the combo video, when I get ready to do the final couple of reviews for that, I'm going to do that. So either way, for comparison, there he is next to the Legends version of Mirage. Sorry, you know, stupid brain. I'm doing this really late in the day, and just for giggles, there he is with Wally. You know, it's very train sized, as it were. It's very train sized. Just think about it. It's just like a train. You know, it's like a whole train thing. And then there he is with a knot ratchet, not Ironhide. Good enough, right? All right, so let's do the thing. Let's go ahead and pull this off very carefully. Pull straight up. You know, you don't want to jack that up. We'll set this aside. We don't technically need it, but I think if we do, it's just like that for bot mode, essentially. You can use the wings in bot mode, is what I'm getting at. Hold on, I have to rotate my... There we go. I had to rotate my, you know. All right, so either way, like I said, if you want to see how to transform them to train mode, we totally cover that. Pull the gun out. There. So the Taro video will usually come out after this. So look forward to that within a few hours of this original release. Otherwise, you'll just see it. All right, so where are we going to start? Let's start up here at these wheels. Go ahead and fold them flat. Pull this back. Do that, and just kind of out of the way. No big deal. Back wheels, slightly bigger deal because, where's my spudger? I will say, get you some spudgers if you don't have spudgers. Look on Amazon. Just look up spudger. So these tab together, like right here. Also, spudgers are great for pointing out stuff, which is good when you're doing this. So you just kind of want to pry up on it. And I think this is one of the bigger weaknesses of this because you end up really jacking up this whole situation like that. So now this one, I'll tell you, is going to be looser than its partner over here. So now that's done. We come up to the roof and we'll pop this loose. Go ahead and go under the corner here. It's not really that hard, but if you don't really have fingernails, it's going to be difficult to get up under there. Slide this all along the way, pop it all up, and swing it up like so. And then there's a little bit of a hinge situation like that. Just get it up and out of the way. And as I'm handling this, all these panels down here are kind of coming loose. It's generally what happens. Okay, so next up, we want to come up under here and then just kind of do that number. This right here needs to pop up. It's on a double hinge. And as you can see, everybody's coming apart as I do that. So this is actually tucked up under here. Once you get all this kind of freed, you can pick it up and then that happens. So you can see that was just tucked under there. These guys do have extra hinges, so you could pick those up just to give some more movement. All right, and we can already see the chest of the bot hiding up under there. Take this part and just cinch it up out of the way. Get that all up out of the way. We're not even gonna mess with it for a little bit. We're gonna start down here on the leggy section. So we got here, this panel tabs in to there and to there. And you kind of have to get it out and around those tabs. It's kind of annoying. There we go, like that. And then you'll flip this all the way back, tuck that in, close that up. Same thing over here. Actually, that came out a lot nicer. So tab, slot, tuck in, boosh. Nice and closed up. All right. Who's next? I think we just want to split the legs at this point. Spudgerino, right down the middle. So there's a whole lot of post holding this together, like all the way down. So the more you can separate, the better off you are. Do be careful on a couple of these center ones. So let's split the legs up just a little bit here, get some more room to work. So this little guy here has to plug into there, and that has to plug into there. And that's where, you know, it can get a little touch and go if you're not careful. Okie dokie. Where are we at here? All right, so we want to, the section of the wheels here has a tab that goes underneath this, and then we also want to flip that out because we're going to need room to move some shit. All right, go ahead and grab the front of the cab here, pull it down. See the hinge here, and then there's another hinge inside there. I'm going to go ahead and just do the foot while we're here. So this, dink, like so, and then close that up like so. Tabs in nicely. All right, so that's going to be our foot. I'll just set it off to the side for right now. We're not done with it. We're just setting off to the side. Make sure that this panel is up, because otherwise you can't get the leg out. And that section is on a double hinge. And we'll get it to move like so. Now, I had a hard time really finagling this when it was brand new. So that's the thing to be wary of. Now we need to push that up and out of the way so that you can close that panel in. Now, if you'll notice, you'll see it in the Taro video where I also screwed that up. Now this panel here doesn't seem to serve a purpose, I don't think, in bot mode, as far as I can tell, because I know it serves a purpose. It seems to serve a purpose in combined mode. So I'm going to leave that out just for the moment, just to make sure that it doesn't do anything else. Also, before you totally cinch up the leg, you need to close that down. And then this will eventually sit up and in where it needs to go. Come on. Why you being a wonky donkey today? That's never been a problem. I think it's actually okay. like that. Yeah, I think that only serves a purpose in combined mode. I haven't seen it in another mode make a difference. All right, so, yeah, okay, so this will straighten up like so. That needs to tuck up inside there. Why is it not? Like, that is supposed to be... There it goes. It needed a little more oomph, and I got it. There we go. All right, so take the wheel section. We're going to bring it down. Go ahead and close the wheels up. And this will fold in, and then there's a double hinge that will allow it to collapse a little bit further. There's a tab right... There ain't no way to see it right there. That will go into this little square. And so we will flip this over. That will lock the leg in place. And this will tab in right there. Maybe that is supposed to flip down for bot mode. Actually, oh yeah, it is. Look. Okay, so let's undo this again. Just this. Because look, that will fill out the back of the calf. That makes sense. It would make sense if it was easier to flip out. Jeez. Aha! Okay, so this was never a part of it in my experience until just now, actually. So you see how that is got that extra tab there? Aha! I'm going to come up back here. Tab it in that way. Very nice, very nice. And then, yeah. Okay, so now that is locked into place, and that doesn't look as hollow as it did before. Coolness. I can't believe I figured that out just now. Didn't notice that in the instructions, so that's just me. All right, so let's finish up the foot, since that took like 5 minutes just to do that one leg. So the foot, little difficult to get out. So you kind of want to grab the toe to a degree. Seriously, this is harder than it should be. So this whole thing needs to rotate out. Let's see if I can spudger it. There we go. If you can get up in there with a spudger, get up in there with a spudger. And just flip it all the way out like so. And then you're utilizing your ankle joint, what is now an ankle joint. Hey, knee, what are you doing? What are you doing over there, knee? Okay, so let's try to make all that a little bit nicer on this side. So you can see a little bit better. Tabs, unplug, like so. And then utilize your hinges. I'm gonna take this out, flop that down, close this up, tabs in nice, and get this down and out of the way. Section here, tabs up under there, untab it, fold it down, fold your wheels in, fold this out of the way. Leg wants to extend, like so. Gray piece, fold in, pull up enough to get this tab in, or flap rather. It's not a tab, it's flap. Can't get my tabs and flaps all confused. That'd be a terrible mistake. All right, and then make sure we get this out. Let's bring it all the way out and make our lives easy. All right. I don't know. There's something that's... There we go. You really got to kind of haul it up in there. And I don't know that it... I think it's tabbing in to a degree up in there. You know, probably to a degree I can't see. All right, let's get the wheel in. Like so. Oh, let's get the ankle out of the way. All right, so for the wheel, you want to collapse it. And then utilize this double rocker here. And then it will come right up inside here. And then that tab is there. We got this E-shaped tab that comes up under there. And then for the wheel, tab that in. That's nice. That is much nicer than I thought it was. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about with having to pry that thing up, is that now becomes an issue. And that is an issue I've had on the last two of these. The last one you guys have not seen because I have not reviewed it yet. So you're not missing anything. I haven't done it. And that's the one I'm going to do absolutely last. All right, so let's see if I can get up under his toesy here. I have to pull it out. All right, so this whole bit rotates up and out. And then that comes down. And then collapse that up. All right, so there's our legs. I know. It's not super smooth, but, you know, once you get it, right? All right, we're going to come up. I don't know if we're going to be able to see all this on camera out here like this. This is a bit much. All right. So we're going to grab the front of the train and actually go ahead and disconnect this here. These two side panels need to flip in. I should forget about that. Grab this, spudgerize it. Whoa. So slots, tabs, drops all that down. Now we basically are just going to unfold the arms, which are all of this. English is good. Okay, so go ahead and grab this, flip it up, and you have this entire friggin' thing. Like, this is just an entire friggin' thing. Go ahead and get the other arm up and out. That tab was going into that slot there. All right, so back of the arm, you can tab that in there. Back of the other arm, tab that in there. Okay, this section you can tab there. So these little black pieces slide into there. These pieces right here will close up like that. They sort of tab in. I say sort of. You'll see what I mean. All right, so he looks very strange right now, so give me a second. We want to rotate this 180. Rotate this 180. We'll fold down the chest. Flip this flap inside now, so it becomes part of the chest, which is pretty neat. I like this. And close the chest right back up. Now for the shoulders, we don't want to shove those in place just yet. We want to pull out, and there is a spinny joint right there. That's pretty cool. Nice cantilevered joint that rotates forward. And now we have tab, slot that will come down and tab in. Out of the box, that's going to be loose. I'll tell you that right now. All the versions I've seen, you can't not fully transformed proper. Okay, so unfold the arm. Pick up the shoulder. And also, this was pretty hard out of the box just to get it to move, because it's just very much cinched in place. Okay, so now that's there. Square it up. Close it down. Like so. With the head, it's on an interesting combination of joints. So it's a ball joint on a hinge on another hinge. And it's sitting up like this for train mode. You want it to come back. And this is something I have difficulties with personally, like actually making happen here. Let's see here. So the hinge here, I usually have to push, like hold the head steady, get it to come forward, and get that hinge to go back, because it wants to usually move on the ball joint, not on the hinge joint. And that's the problematic part. So you actually want it to go back. I'm sure there's probably an easier way to do it, but this is my cross to bear apparently. Come on, just pivot forward, please. There we go. Okay. So that's how the head is supposed to be. We'll deal with the arms here in a minute. All right, so let's deal with this backpack. So this is the thing that I was having issues with. So this slides in and out, which leads me to believe that it should cinch up very nicely. But I can't get it to do so. Part of me thinks that if I take the hand out, I could connect that up better. Give me a second. Okay, so you can technically remove the hand if you want to. It does just pop out, but it is meant to stay in there. So, I mean, that needs to sit about as flat as it can. This tab looks like it's supposed to go to there. And I think this is where I didn't have it good. Okay, so, and then the bumper pieces slide in to those grooves like that. Yeah. So I don't think I had it quite this clean before. It does look like it can get better. It does look like all of this could cinch up significantly more if the wheels weren't there. I'll show how it's supposed to be, and then I'm gonna play with it and I want to see. The weird thing is the instructions look like it has this facing the other direction somehow. I don't understand how it does that. Like, this should be just down here like this, no problem. Like that. So nice clean backpack. What's weird is I don't think that's what the, because like on the instructions it shows that flipped completely inverted. I don't even understand how you do that. That's weird. Like, it has that, like, yeah, I don't even understand how you're supposed to get to that point. It doesn't even make sense. Also, let me see here. No, that can't go that way. So this has to. So tab there, and then this slots in like that, and then this part just sort of clean up to the best of your ability, like that. So there's your backpack. Let's go ahead and get the arms finished up. Rotate all the way around. We've got all of this mess here. Go ahead and fold this under. Fold this under. Pick this up, and it will tab in very nicely there. And you can swing this around and tab it into the forearm. Come here, open the panel, roll out the hand. Very nice. Very nicely done. I like that. All right, come over here. Once again, oops, see, you got to make sure that is 100% tabbed in. If need be, hold that in place while you rotate the arm. There goes your arm. So we have this now. Okay, so this is all the way over. Fold that tab in. Fold that tab in. Collapse this. Tab that down. Swing her around. Got a couple slots. Tab it in. Flip it out. Like so. And there we go. There is our cool peak boy. All done up. A little scratch there. That sucks. And there he is in his glorious bot mode. Looking very much like a Prime, actually. Looks pretty damn cool. Break time. Alright, so real quick, as kind of an extra here, I want to see if we can clean up this backpack significantly more if we pull the hand out. So the hand really just comes straight out. So now you've got this whole cavity there. Thumb is stuck. I want to see if I can flip this around, tab that in. Okay, it's meant to do that. Why is it not doing that? Oh wow, that can completely tuck away. That's nice. So you could really get rid of it if you're trying. Okay, so do that. Slide that in. So without the hand there, how clean can I get this backpack? Oh, yes. All right, so without the hand, it cleans up immensely. So definitely, if you want to keep them in bot mode to have like the super clean backpack look, definitely pull the hand out, toss it back in the box forever. By the way, hefty. We don't need that for the rest of this, so we're good. So that is really excellent. But I still don't remotely understand how the instructions say that can't flip around. I don't even understand how you're supposed to have that facing, like, inward. Like, that just makes no sense whatsoever. Okay, so bring this back down. I do think that is meant to fit inside there, and it's just kind of not. So, super clean backpack. All right. Either way, so let's talk about the details and stuff. Really nice, really nice blue metallic eyes in that head sculpt. Like I said, it looks very much like Optimus Prime without the ears. I like it. You know, so you got the ball joint. Get a lot of action out of that. And of course, if you need to, you can bring it up a little, rotate, but all he can see is the shoulder pads. Shoulder vents can move a little if you're keen on it. I do have an Autobot logo on there, just kind of a universal one. I looked up at the G1 cartoon version just to see what he would, or where it should go. I've done that for all of them. Most of them just kind of go there. All right, so for the shoulders, it does rotate all the way around. Nice metallic red paint there. Of course, you know, black with whatever. Also, I didn't mention the nice two-tone finish here on the chest. Looks good. Molded detail, too. Just be careful to hold this down while you move the shoulder, so the shoulder can come up. You got your bicep rotation, and you've got your double jointed, actually it's single jointed, isn't it? Yeah, single jointed elbow. It just works really well. It's kind of absurd, if we're honest. Bring it back down. Nice red paint inside there. Nice gray paint right there. Hands are on the swivel. All the fingers are articulated like they always are. You know, each one is a knuckle and another knuckle, and then the thumb does that. I don't mess with the hands too much because I've had them come apart on me. You also get a lot of wrist action like that due to transformation. It's pretty cool, not gonna lie. All right, so here's what's cool about his torso. Due to the fact that he's an arm bot, let me zoom out all the way. You get upper rotation ever so slightly, and you get waist rotation, which is cool. And virtually like every other bot in this set, if you untab that little guy there, you get ab crunch, so you can lean over. It's not absurd, but it works. You know, got a little paint rubbage there. It is what it is. Also, you do have molded detail here on the back of that because this part is the same between the two different arm bots. It just depends on which one's left, which one's right on how it's assembled. Your elbow joint is actually tucked away right here very nicely. So this guy uses this belly. The other guy will use that belly. Pretty cool. And then also what's really fun, the skirts are also flipped because they're just kind of pegged in. So it's pretty neat how they actually can make the same parts for two different robots and use them in a completely different manner. I really do like it. So this is cool. I like this. Skirts. All of them have skirts that are color-coded with fake windows, which is pretty cool on the sides there. Looks nice. We do get, you can get a perfect Jean-Claude. Works really nicely. No ratchet to the sides. Ratchet to the front and back, considering it's going to be part of the arm. That's a good thing. You know, get the skirt out of the way. This is all painted, by the way. Works nicely. We do get thigh rotation, though it's really tight, but I guess that's a good thing. You don't want it to be loosened up there. There we go. And then we got single jointed knee, which is good for 90 degrees. We got all the train parts down here. Nothing new really exposed except for this, and I think they've probably reused a few parts here and there. So that's good. And it doesn't need a double jointed knee, realistically. It's got more than enough movement. I think it's perfectly acceptable. The feet, as we've already seen through transformation, got a hell of a rocker there. The toes can move about a little bit, not a whole lot, but you get some foot tiltage and stuff like that. So you can get pretty nice dynamic posing. I had him in a pretty nice pose when I had him out here. So get a little bit of a turn on, kind of like that. Get a little like this number. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, a lot of people are not good at posing stuff. I'm going to be honest with you. So that's good. We do have his little blaster. Same as almost everybody else's. Black plastic with metallic cover. And then metallic red paint there. He does have tabs here that I think are for storage mode. It showed the storage back here somehow. I think it was here. Hold on. Let's consult the instructions. Or insult the constructions, one of them. Let's see. That shows it. I literally can't tell. Okay, so you're supposed to use that tab there. And it's supposed to go in there. Somehow. Like, just... I can't tell where that's actually going. Just shows a little red dot there. Strange. So in theory, he's got weapon storage here. Oh, okay. So if you have, you don't have the backpack totally like cinched up like I currently do, it'll go right here. I see it. Let me back this out a little. If I can, it's like really in there. So yeah, it goes in there. And it would go like that. Okay. Got it. He can hold his gun, so I might as well give it to him. Now I'll mess with the hand. I'll only mess with this one. Because after the issues I had with the one particular bot, I don't mess with the hands much. Because that one gave me so much hell. Alright, and it does just tab in. Much like any other good masterpiece. Or even master grade. So that's good. So he can look pretty sick there, holding his gun. Like you guys saw in the thumbnail. Alright, the hand has no playability here. It just is what it is. I'll show it off because it is part of him, technically. Metallic-y things here. I really like the red, blue, yellow there. Very interesting connectivity joint here. Very different from anything they've done before, although the hand itself is essentially exactly like Zeta and Toy World, and there's some die cast going on here, so it's going to be a little bit more hefty. I think it's just the joint itself has some die cast in it, because it's hefty. So that's good. The other thing is, you can utilize the wingy doos in this mode. Sorry. Come back here. You can actually pull the light off, which is interesting, to say the least. And utilizing that peg, you can just give him some wingy doos, I guess. It's supposed to be up or down. I forgot. I don't know. Let me check. Let's check the instructions again, as usual. Down. Okay. So in combined mode, obviously the wings are for combined mode, not for this. So, I mean, like in combined mode, they're going to be vertical. Also, I feel like in combined mode, these are meant to be like really, like wide. Maybe I'm crazy. I often am. They do move, so that means there's going to be another mode to it. I'll show it off here, though. So you see the post here when it's in this mode, which I guess if you want to, you could try to... Oh, he doesn't have any post holes anywhere. Interesting. Huh. But I guess you could do that number. But I was thinking it could be used like a big gun. But either way. So, you can see here, this is meant to rotate. If you pull this down, the post clears this little divot. And then you can rotate it up, like so. Or down, depending on your perspective, I guess. And that'll be like that. And I think this is what it's meant to do for combined mode. And then that will plug into the back of the main bot. But, I mean, for instance, let's just... So, pretty cool. Big old wingy do. Like, even that way, you know, kind of a... Doesn't look super cool, if I'm honest, because all the painted side is inward. Also, sorry about the squeakiness. Can't do anything about that. Alright, so this is the part where I go and fetch all the other bots so that we can see him next to his co-workers, for lack of a better term. I'm going to plug that back in so I don't lose it. Okay. And as usual, when it comes to having a whole bunch of big bots on the review set, I had to go to ridiculous literal lengths. So he is probably the shortest, technically, at the head. And that's okay, you know, he's gonna have some big bruiser leg bots here. And then of course the huge crotch bot back there, you know, iron crotch, as it were. You know, he still towers over everybody else. And as a teaser, here he is with the smallest, which is actually the leader. That's Mr. Wigglefoot. Great quality control there, Moon Studios. Yeah, seriously though. All right, guys. So in conclusion, so far I really love this one's transformation. This guy's leg bot mode is actually pretty decent to do. That one is needlessly complicated in certain areas. For an arm bot, I really do like it, and I know the next one is basically going to be very similar, if not reusing most of the same parts, just slightly mirrored on the actual transformation. Because even unlike the leg bots who do the same thing, don't transform the same way, I have a feeling the two arm bots are going to be very similar. And of course, our big boy back there has probably the most involved transformation, but not the most complicated. Whereas our Mr. Floppy-footed leader definitely has the craziest transformation, which is the reason why I haven't done it and why I haven't reviewed it, because it's so fragile and complicated. I don't want to do it until we get to the end, and probably not until I'm ready to do the entire combined mode all at once, not to mention get everybody in train mode together so we can have one really long, cool train form, which I'm looking forward to, you know, taking up the entire floor of my kitchen to view it on video. Also, I do have new Autobot logos coming, because I kind of want to replace the ones on those guys, because they are the just kind of universal logos. This is like a clear one that's a little bit more closer to the actual cartoon. I do want to put on some slightly more cartoon accurate logos, like the actual ones that look kind of sloppy and stuff like that. I think they look good. But like as a set, which is so funny about this set, they're not really cohesive because there's no color matching or anything else like that. Some have far more metallic paint, some have more flamboyant color schemes, and none of their heads are similar. They all have individual crazy face sculpts and stuff like that. So like they don't necessarily look like a team in the same way, you know. It's pretty funny. But I do like them, and it's a pretty affordable set. Now, if I can actually get the final one, I think is Green Peak, I think it's technically his name, I will be happy. I'm going to be doing my best to get that. There's only one place I've seen that currently has it available, and it's more expensive, and I'll have to wait a really long time to get it. So we'll see. I'm hoping that maybe I can catch it when it comes into stock at TF Source. So either way, that's it for this really long Transformers review. I know. It is what it is. The combined mode is also going to be crazy. So I'm going to have to do a video of like putting them all in combined mode, and then I'm going to have to do a video of combining it and all that kind of nonsense. So but I'll catch you guys whenever that happens. And so remember, as always, keep on nerding.